Long before kingdoms were measured by gold or armies, there was an age when memory itself was power. In the center of the ancient desert of Akris stood a city carved entirely from stone. No banners flew above its walls. No kings sat on thrones. Yet every empire feared it. The city was called Thyrakel, the city that never forgot. At the heart of Thyrakel rested a monolith taller than any tower, older than any language. Its surface was smooth, black, and cold, etched with thousands of names glowing faintly like dying embers. This was the Stone of Names. It was said the stone remembered every soul that had ever touched it, their truths, their lies, and the moment they betrayed themselves. And once your name appeared on the stone, history could never forget you. The stone was guarded by a man known only as Kale. No one knew where he came from. No one remembered seeing him arrive. Kale did not age. He did not speak unless spoken to. And when asked his name, he always answered the same, "I do not have one." Yet the stone glowed brightest when he stood near it. The elders whispered that Kale was not chosen to guard the stone. He was created by it. Far beyond the desert, across shattered mountains and frozen rivers, ruled Queen Merith of Valenhold. She was feared not for cruelty, but for silence. Merith had erased entire rebellions without a single execution. Cities vanished from records. Songs were rewritten. Names disappeared from memory. Her secret? She believed memory was more dangerous than weapons. But there was one thing she could not erase: her own name. For Merith had committed a betrayal so great that even history whispered it. She had sacrificed her brother to claim the crown. And every night, she dreamed of a black stone calling her name. So she set out for Thyrakel, not to be remembered, but to be forgotten. When Merith reached the city, the people did not stop her. No guards raised weapons. No gates closed. Kale met her at the base of the monolith. "You know the law," he said. Merith nodded. The law was ancient and absolute. The stone may erase a name only if another is willingly given in its place. No trick. No force. No sacrifice without consent. One life for one memory, Kale said. "Who will you offer?" Merith looked at the stone, and for the first time, she felt fear. As Merith stepped closer, the stone began to glow violently. Names shifted. Languages long dead resurfaced. The air filled with whispers. Kale staggered back. For the first time in centuries, the stone was reacting before it was touched. And then it happened. A name appeared, burning brighter than all others. Not Merith's. Kale. The queen turned sharply. "You said you had no name." Kale stared at the stone, his voice shaking. "I don't remember it." The stone remembered for him. The truth unfolded like a wound. Kale was not created by the stone. He was bound to it. Long ago, Kale had been a king, a just one, loved by his people. But when war came, he made a choice. To save his city, he offered every name of his people to the stone, erasing them from history so the enemy could never claim victory. The stone accepted. The city survived. The people lived. But history forgot them. As punishment, the stone erased Kale's identity and bound him to guard the memory of others forever, while having none of his own. Merith fell to her knees. "You can erase me," she whispered. "Take my name. Give it to the stone." Kale looked at her. "No," he said. "For the first time, I remember." He understood the stone's true purpose. It was never meant to punish. It was meant to teach. Kale placed his hand on the stone. "I give my name," he said. "Not in exchange for hers, but to return what I stole." The stone trembled. Cracks spread across its surface like lightning. Names rose into the air, thousands of them, and vanished into the world. Forgotten cities returned to memory. Lost histories rewrote themselves. And the stone turned dark. When the dust settled, the monolith stood silent. Kale was gone. In his place stood a man, older, mortal, free. He turned to Merith. "Rule knowing that memory cannot be erased," he said. "Only faced." Merith returned to her kingdom. She did not erase her crime. She wrote it into law. Today, Thyrakel is only ruins. The stone is cracked and cold. But travelers say that if you place your hand upon it, you feel a name stirring beneath the surface. Not to judge you, but to ask one question: what do you want history to remember you for?